Here's an interesting story that happened between me and Quentin and Brad. So when we're shooting the movie, there were some sequences that had a lot of downtime in between takes. And so we're all sitting around me and Quentin and Brad and Eli Roth, and we're all talking about various things, and we start talking about what we did for the Millennium New Year's.
Oh, okay.
And, these are all very successful people, and they're like, oh, I was in Paris in a blimp, and I was like, okay. And someone else was like, oh, I was in the Maldives and having caviar. And I was like, well, I did something that, I don't know, I mean, it took a lot out of me, but it was fun. I went to Times Square for the Millennium. I was like, if I'm going to do it once, this seems like the time to go.
Yeah.
So I'm telling the story about how I went, and everyone was like, oh, you're so stupid. What a waste. You wasted the Millennium. I'm like, I don't know. It was all right, guys, but they didn't want to hear it. And then I'm like, all right, you know what? You guys, you're being mean. Because I tell you what, someday my kids are going to say to me, Dad, you were alive for the Millennium. What did you do? And I can tell them I was at the center of the universe that night. And none of you people can say that. And then right as I say that, they were like, okay, guys, we're ready for you on set. So we got to, we go and we shoot for like another hour or whatever. And then like 2 hours later, I'm over getting a cup of coffee. And Brad walks up to me and he goes, hey, man, I didn't know you had kids. How old are they? It is at this point I should tell you, I do not now, nor have I ever had children. I meant one day when I have children, and they ask me.
Yeah.
But the last thing I want to do is disappoint Brad Pitt. So in my mind, at that point, I'm like, oh, you have to lie and tell them you have children, you have to lie, you have to make up ages, names, the whole thing. And I'm like, no, it's too big, I'll just tell them the truth. And I was like, oh, Brad, no, I don't have kids now. I just meant like one day. And he was so bummed out. He was like, oh, dude, I thought we had something in common. I thought we had something we could talk about. And I was like, Brad, there is so much that you and I have in common we could talk about. Like, isn't it a drag being so unbelievably handsome all the time? People just giving you free stuff, women wanting to talk to you. Ugh, thanks, but no thanks. We have that in common, other than the children.
Have that in common.
Yeah.